Hey, I'm doing pretty well. I'm actually... Hey guys, welcome back to the Inner Recesses of my mind. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit special. Now, last time I tried to do this, my dumbass didn't think of to actually set the recording properly for my guest's audio. You guys remember Geek Tunes, right?
No, I'm the thing living in Mephi's mind.
There's too many things up here. There really is.
Got a whole pool table in here.
Who are you telling? But yeah, today we're going to be looking at Penny's Big Breakaway. Now, I already recorded the footage beforehand. I even also had Geek do some audio. The problem is I didn't properly set up his, so...
There is no Geek Tunes audio in Bossing Say.
Exactly! Oh my god. But yeah, I managed to get everything I needed to taken care of and fixed, but... let's just get into it. So, I went straight into story mode. I played a little bit of it beforehand before we started playing, but I wanted to get like a gist of the controls because I found out, even like Geek said, this game is very momentum heavy, and I suck.
Yes, it is. I'm actually surprised the Mania team managed to come up with this, but like, God, we really need more games like this.
We really do, and honestly...
I'm tired of the gritty and realistic. We're kind of getting tired of that.
You're not the only one. Don't get me wrong, gritty and realistic is fun and all, especially with like how we're pushing the graphics for games nowadays, but sometimes...
I want something cartoony, damn it!
Exactly, sometimes we need more mascot platformers. We need more fun, more goofy games. Case in point, I am happy with playing as a little turnip that is causing mischief and robbing banks. I don't mind a little girl hitting herself with a yo-yo because it's funny.
Yeah, literally, like that's literally why I've been obsessed with fucking Stardew recently.
Ooh, did you hear about the anniversary thing that they were giving away for the update?
Yes, I have. But like the issue is, I don't think I'm that far ahead. I'm still in like the first year of Stardew. Like, my farm is doing really well, though. Like, I managed to upgrade it to a point where, like, my farm literally got on, like, Farmers Monthly in the game, which is crazy. Also, it's crazy to think about this, but, like, different games on YouTube actually have, like, their own fucking, like, dedicated communities.
I'm not surprised.
There's a Red Dead community. I found out there's a Red Dead community and a Stardew community, and both of them make shorts like crazy.
Like I said, this is the thing that I love about like communities, like most communities, because some can keep something alive while others sometimes can hinder. And little girls, shouldn't you learn that going down dark alleys is not exactly a good thing? Hey, who am I kidding? This is how plot happens. Sentient yo-yos!
But like any tiny chaotic being ever listen to you, Mephi? Come on, let's be honest.
I don't know. A couple come to mind that should listen to me.
But never do.
Looks over at B. No, I'm sorry. Glares over at B and Geeky. I think actually Ghosty does talk to me a little bit more, and she seems like she would listen if I gave her the chance. Everybody else, on the other hand, is like, yeah, he doesn't know what he's saying, despite the fact that he has a little bit of experience.
About 10 years extra experience, yeah.
A little bit. But on to the controls. Yo-yo! Seriously, the idea of like using a yo-yo as a weapon is hilarious. I'm looking at you, Bridget from Guilty here, but I think the thing that I love about the yo-yo is she can do so much goofy stuff with it. Case in point, riding that bitch. Ghost ride the whip! Whee! Also, full disclosure, this is my first time playing this. I got this the day it came... Well, not the day it came out, but the day of when I was playing it. Like a couple days, actually. And I've been really holding on to it, so I was like, I want to play this, but I don't know who I should have play with me. Because originally I was thinking, I'll just do this as a solo thing. I couldn't come up with any good commentary by myself. I really couldn't.
That's why I'm here.
Yee.
Also, because I'm barely in a Mephi video.
Which
I mean, I am, but
you're not the only person that's actually asked could they do more like guest appearances on my channel, because I was talking to Artis and she would really love to join more of them. I just never considered her because me and her were talking about it yesterday. I don't know her schedule like that, and I don't want to assume. Yeah, and I don't want to assume, hey, you're free, right? Because that's kind of one of the reasons why I haven't been able to record more episodes of Poppy Chapter 3, because I know Mistress has been busy with her own stuff. Dapper has been kind of AFK for certain things, but everybody has a life, so I don't want to just say, hey, stop what you're doing to come record with me, because that would be a dick move.
Very.
Despite the fact that I think I kind of did that to you.
Nah, it's fine.
Oh, plot. Gala. We're supposed to be entertaining people. I think that one of the things that really caught my attention while this game was being announced is not only is it made by the same people that made Sonic Mania, which is a wonderful game, shameless plug, you should go play it, hashtag not sponsored, but like I said, the same people that made Sonic Mania made this, and if you pay real close attention, you can actually see a lot of it. Not just like its design, but it's also its music, as well as how things are made. Because to me, every time I see like the actual in-game graphics, it looks like the special stages when you're chasing after the UFOs in Mania to get the Chaos Emeralds.
Good.
Said, gaze and be amazed at my yo-yo skill. Ow.
Yeah, I'm so glad I spent like the last few weeks just focusing on the one video.
Like I said, that's actually
like the thing is, Mephi, I became so obsessed with uploading that like it's not even. I wouldn't. Would you call it an addiction if like you really want to do it and it doesn't really like affect anybody else but you?
I just see it as your passion, and I don't, like I said, trust me, it doesn't hurt to have passion, especially in our line of like work when it comes to content creating, because sometimes some people just do it for a paycheck. Some of us just do it for the actual fun of it, or like the idea of creating something. But after a while, I think, and I don't think I've ever actually truly experienced it that much, but burnout can do horrible things to like your morale, and you want to keep that passion going for like making these videos and the content, but the hours that a lot of us put into it can be draining, and you don't want to like lose the spark, you know? And I know you've been really hell-bent on trying to like get that video out on time, and dude, you're reaping the rewards from it. At the time of recording, you said within the first 24 hours, you already hit $1 grand in views, right?
Yep. According to Social Blade, I'm a B- YouTuber. I don't know how, but apparently I am.
You're making better views than me. Oh God, no! But yeah. to be fair, I'm really not that big. I mean, don't get me wrong. 200 and at the time of recording, 242 subscribers is nothing to scoff at. I didn't think I was going to get like any of those. I just thought I'm just playing video games and just shooting the breeze. I'm not that entertaining, I thought. Then literally a couple years later, you have over 200 subs. You're doing something right.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, I like to see it as like everyone else goes at like their own pace.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I feel like some people think, oh, it's like, you know, a luck game or whatever. No, it's not really. Yeah, I mean, if you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing.
That's the thing. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Right.
Also, I'm gonna be honest. Like when people ask me, "Oh, how do you make videos that get big on YouTube?" For the life of me, I don't fucking know.
Right.
I just put out shit and it just somehow gets seen by people, and this fucking random black box called the algorithm just recommends it.
Exactly. And it's like, excuse me. Sorry, I had lunch earlier. It's like the algorithm knows certain things, But then again, it also doesn't, because sometimes if done wrong, it'll just be like, you don't seem that interesting, then move you to the side. But from what a lot of people have told me in my comments, that, hey, I got recommended your channel, not bad. And I'm like, wait, I'm being recommended? Holy crap. I remember like the first time someone told me like, hey, I saw your stuff in my recommendations, and it's not that bad. I actually cried because I wasn't having a good day. I really wasn't. And for someone to say like, hey, your stuff came in my recommendations, and it's actually not that bad. I would fix a couple things, but other than that, it's really entertaining, and I think you should keep at it. And I'm like,
Thank you.
like I said, you don't even know.
Yeah, it's just like, I guess like me being pretty much 4 years into making this shit, it's like it's definitely gone somewhere for like one thing, but like I also just do want to keep myself like, I guess that's kind of how you help yourself out with burnout. You have like multiple things to focus on, and for me that's like multiple channels.
Yeah.
I have my main channel, and I also I'm pretty much like run fucking neurotics at this point, and like we're trying to get back on track with that shit, and also we have other shit, like, because I guess like in my, at least in my sort of like line of content creation, not necessarily gaming like yours. So it's like my line is like you have to figure out all the shit, like your fucking topics, titles, thumbnails, all that shit, and also the collabs to help it all grow. It's tough, but it's fun. That's all I can say.
And that's why I wanted to get into this, because, okay, it's a little story. If y'all haven't heard this before, if y'all have, cool. If y'all haven't, I understand. I started this because I was trying to get over my depression from COVID, and I met a lot of wonderful people in the process, you being one of them. Because I've seen your content before, and I was always like, huh, he seems really chill. And here's where I broke the game. Right here.
He did it again.
No, this is exactly where it broke. But like I said, I was doing it because I was trying to get out of my depression, especially working the job that I was working at the time, because I was doing 12-hour shifts at a train/truck yard, third shift by myself, and I had nobody. Basically, I was just trying to keep myself awake, and I thought, you know what? While I'm at work, because I can bring my laptop with me, I already have the stuff recorded. I can figure out how to edit stuff and then go from there and figure it out. And then I start getting a little bit more confident. I start talking to more like people online that knew what they were doing. Case point, you. But I didn't actually start talking to you until after I started talking to Kang. I talked to Kang first, and then Mistress right before I actually started watching a lot of her content, and we clicked really well. Then that's when the Discord thing started happening after a while, and I started talking to you guys more there, and felt to the point where I was like, I think I can do this, and I can't thank you guys enough, you know? I mean, I understand that y'all are still regular people, I get that, but it's like, I'm coming into YouTube relatively late, because, like I said, at the time when I started this, like around 2020, I was just, like, turning 30. I am 33 now, and I feel like I've got a better grasp of it, but if I would have been, like, into editing earlier, then this probably would be second nature. But life said, hey, so you seem like a really good guy. I'm just gonna put these trials and tribulations in your life. But is that okay? No. I know you don't want that, but you're taking it anyway.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. Oh, back to the game.
I mean, this
postcard.
shit happens.
Tell me about it.
You know, life does get in the way. That's kind of why, like, for like the longest, I didn't really like upload much in 2022. I was busy with other things, and then when things kind of went wrong, and I kind of hopped back on this and had the biggest blow up I've ever had in years.
Plus, not to mention, sometimes this can be like a good breath of fresh air too. You know, it's like, especially when you have a bad day and you just want to like focus on one thing, and sometimes focusing on that one thing can make the difference with your brain. Sometimes going into it like is bad, But if you get to like a good spot and you know what you're doing, especially if you just zone out, put some music on, just relax, turn off your brain for a while you're editing, not completely turn it off, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Then you're golden. The problem is sometimes parents are like, "Hey, baby, what you doing?" "Dad, I'm in the middle of editing." "Oh, you want me to let you go, please?" Not to be rude, but please.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
At least I can say this at the very least. Like, editing has definitely helped out my career. Or editing for the one and only Saberspark, but also managing to impress people in big companies that I've interned for, which I did not expect. Like, imagine, like, when you've reached a point where, like, okay, so for full context, full transparency, I see myself as, like, a bit of a failure, and it's not even a bad thing, because, like, legit, I'm the only one of my, like, brothers, like, my brother or sister to, like, actually be held back for, like, a grade. Which, I mean, isn't, like, you know, it's not a big deal for, like, a lot of people, but, like, you know, for me, it still kind of is. But, like, when it reaches a point where, like, I was 20 at the time, or, like, yeah, no, I was, like, 21, still 21. Like, managing to impress the senior officers of some of the biggest companies in the country, like, that's still a fucking highlight for me.
It is. Especially when you're just doing this to see if you can, sometimes. And it's like, you hit so many, like, roadblocks after a while, then when you finally get that W, you're like, yeah!
I finally did it.
Now
Especially
what?
in the year, like, 2023, which is awful.
Dude, you have DM'd me multiple times like, "Mephi, I'm tired. I'm tired.
Yes.
I'm tired, Mephi." I'm like, what the hell
Tired
happened?
of what? Everything. Tired of what? Yes.
Like I said, yes. Just yes.
Oh, I hate it. 2023.
You're not the only one, fam. There's been like some good things, some like a lot of bad, but we made it.
A lot of bad things.
We made it through.
It only cost me my benefit.
That got depressing real quick.
Yeah. Sorry about that, chat.
Sorry. But it comes with the territory, you know? I mean, it's not like you want to just focus on, like, there's only bad. Like, there's no good in this. There is. Just sometimes it gets outweighed.
Sometimes.
I mean, case in point. This is the best segue I can think of. Case in point, we're playing as a little girl that accidentally made her emperor's clothes get ripped off by her sentient yo-yo. Now she's on the run from the law. Wait.
Penguins.
Lots of penguins!
Lots of penguins.
But they look so adorable, I don't even want to fight. Oh crap, there's a lot of them. Anyway,
They're gonna chase and hunt you down, Mephi. Fuck Peter.
You tell that to Peter, and they're looking like, what was that? Like, I can't take y'all serious. Y'all kill people's pets. I love her run animation when she's being chased, and she's like holding her hat like, oh god! I will never let that go. Who does she remind you of?
Gremlin.
Right? Who does she remind you of?
Geeky.
Whee! But there's, like we said, 2023 is one of, now that it's over, we can actually sit back and reflect and be like, man, now what next? All intents and purposes, because, like I said, you've been through a few things, I've been through a few things, and I just, what do we do now, you know?
Yeah. We just push through, I guess. Pretty much most of what we can do at this point.
Because we're warriors.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of back in terms of, like, shit. Because I bounced back. I'm creatively just more, I guess, like, more prepared to fucking make more content than ever. I'm in college right now. Not even suffering at this point. Most of my classes have been easy, so... Like, I'm kind of just gonna cruise along and keep making the content that I've been making and see where it goes.
Did you ever get away from that one teacher that you were having issues with a while back?
Oh, yeah, no, that was last year. Thank God I don't have to deal with her anymore.
Yay!
Thank God. and hating men for no reason.
I mean, what did you do to her exactly?
Exist. My crime of existing, Mephi.
I've been noticing a lot of that online lately. Some of it's justified, some of it's not. But it's like, everywhere I go on social media, you can't do this. If you're a man, you can't do that. If I breathe wrong, I'm in trouble.
It's like, I understand. Okay, for anyone who's been through this, I understand if a man has wronged you in any way. What the fuck does that have to do with me, though? I am just a simple individual who has done nothing to you.
I am here.
I am not related to this shit in any way. Why am I getting punished?
I'm just here.
I'm just sitting here. I'm just trying to earn a good grade.
In full disclosure, we're not saying all women are like this. We're never going to say that, so calm down before anybody gets upset about that. We're just saying that those particular individuals... Stop that. Stop that right now.
Yeah. Soundtrack's actually really good.
It really is. I still say it reminds me a little bit of Spyro in certain spots, especially from Spyro 3 for some reason. I don't know why, but I get Green Villa for some reason in my head.
I see it.
And not just for the skateboarding parts. Burger! Anyway, some of the power-ups in this I thought were hilarious, like the hammer, and then of course the burger right here.
Yep.
Good thing I already ate.
Man was gonna starve himself because of a video game.
Hey, dude, food, you can get hungry from anything. I've discovered this a long time ago.
Yeah.
Especially like from certain shows. Case in point, I've been watching Delicious in Dungeon, which by the way, most recent episode came out yesterday that I forgot to watch. The way, have you ever noticed when anime do, like, especially like food animes, they know how to make something look delicious?
Yeah, that's about right.
I mean, it looks like something that you would get in real life, but better a little bit, because it's like, give me that. I want that. That looks good. Case in point, the sorbet that they made out of, and I can't stress this enough, the jewel bugs that they fought in the,
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was interesting, not to mention how they made the sorbet in the first place. They used, like, okay, so they got, like, their own holy water that the dwarf created, with, like I said, the jewel bugs, some slime residue from a slime, as well as they're using that to fight off some ghosts. And while they were hitting the ghost, it would freeze the jar. And then after all, they're like, wait a minute, this is sorbet. I'm like, huh? They're like, this is in fact, half of the stuff that they've created or concocted from the anime, I thought was like, looks interesting and delicious. I'm like, I would try that. Like the mushroom stuff that they made from the first episode, the stuff they made from the basilisk, I thought that was interesting. Then you have Marcel over here like, I am not eating this. I refuse. I've seen so many memes as well as like videos of saying Marcel suffering for 10 minutes, and I'm like, it can't be that bad. Then I watch the anime. It is just as bad because she is so manic, like, I'm not eating that. I refuse to eat that. Then after a while, she's like, give me a bowl. Give me a bowl.
Starve, bitch.
She's like, I don't want to eat this. Then she ends up the main one devouring the shit. I think my favorite skit had to be where in episode 2 they were talking about, hey, when you were up there with the carnivorous plant, how did it feel? I bet it tastes. I said, I bet it's probably going to taste good in the food. And the screen just stops, zooms on her face, like, really, really.
It's always survive.
Right. Oh god, I'm not gonna hold you. I did not do good on any of these bonuses. I was just trying to get through.
Well,
I know you can go for like if you go for the top of the totem pole, kind of like in Mario with the flagpole for the best score, you can get more. But I was just trying to leave the level at this point.
That's fair.
Whee! Seriously, look at the penguins. They're everywhere. I think a part of me was trying to get to the top over here. Because I see there was like another one of those little tokens up there.
Also, shout out to the game Route 96 for being like one of the games that I want to get so bad, but like it's just so expensive.
Oh, you're not the only one, dude. I think we
So
talked
it's
about that
literally
in the
a game
last session.
with multiple characters and stories. It's crazy. And like you don't go on those stories, right? But like you literally pick like a random character and like have to see the story fucking unfold. And because of your choices actually fucking matter. Like you're refusing to put up like signs for this one like fucking dictator and like changes the story so much. It's amazing. I want to actually play that game one day.
I know originally came out, well not originally, when they first announced it, it was for the Switch. I think that's on PC right now too, isn't it?
It's been on PC for a while now, but like just the issue is money. Yeah, I'm getting into earning money again. I just really hope my boss actually gets more jobs. I mean, he did say more sponsors and videos are coming in, so yes, yes please.
Yay. Look at her go!
God. Being chased by the penguin mafia.
Speaking of Mafia, there's another game that I was thinking about getting into, which was, and I probably going to be late to the party on this one, but hadn't time.
Oh, that sounds great.
I've heard wonderful things about that game.
Same.
Which is funny because I actually own the Switch version, and don't get me wrong, it's not a bad port. The load times are just no.
He hates the load times.
Which I don't normally care unless they're. I mean, they're not Sonic 06 levels of like loading, but it's still bad. It's still bad.
Yeah.
But to be fair, there's a lot of content that they packed in the cartridge. It's especially because I got the regular edition. I tried to get the one that came with like all the DLC. Unfortunately, I was not lucky, but I ended up getting the DLC anyway. But it's still a lot on the cartridge, and it still takes up a lot of time to load.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Shout out to Sonic Unleashed for actually being a good Sonic game on the PS3.
Right?
People for some reason just think it's terrible for some reason.
People just hate Sonic Unleashed, period. Well, a lot of the ones that
it's actually good though.
Exactly.
There's this really fun ghost level.
The idea of everybody's like, Sonic shouldn't be Sonic shouldn't. It's weird. If they're gonna do night stages, they should bring Knuckles back. No. This is it. Don't get me wrong. The Werehog levels sometimes were weird, but after that, you find the rhythms. Like I said, my whole thing is once you find the rhythm of something, and you get good, you're golden. The only stage that I can honestly say I had major, and I mean major issues with after a while was Eggman Land. Because that's literally a gauntlet level, and it's the final stage. It was hell.
Also, have you noticed that like since the PS3 era, like I might be wrong about this, right? But have you noticed that like since the PS3 era, but like designs of like Eggman and Sonic and like pretty much like the entire design motif of those games, like has pretty much disappeared. Versus had like more cartoony, I guess what's it called? Frontiers?
Yeah.
Frontiers had like more more cartoony style. That like semi-realistic version of like Sonic just kind of disappeared after Unleashed, didn't it?
Yeah, because I feel like they were trying to go the more realistic with 06. I think that's where a lot of it all started. Because 06 tried to do the realistic vibe there, and realistic Eggman still bothers me a little bit.
He's tall, but he's tall.
His proportions look normal, but what the fuck? His proportions look normal for certain things, but then it's just like, ugh. It's like they tried to do a weird fusion of like realism and cartoon at the same time, and it didn't work, and it pissed off a lot of people. Don't get me wrong, like I said, the game concept-wise was not bad. It's just the fact of the matter is the game itself is walking ass. But to be fair, and I get that they said this, and I know a lot of people saying that's an excuse. Guys, you don't know what it's like making a game. Sometimes you're rushed. You have deadlines because you want to make things like within the holiday sales, because that's where a lot of people's sales get their money from holiday sales. And unfortunately, 06 was plagued by that because they were trying to get it out before Christmas, and originally it was made, and this is just my theory, so take it with a grain of salt. It was originally posted just for the PS3 because they thought they'll have more power for it and it should run perfectly. And the problem is they wanted to try to get it out on right before Christmas, but they saw a Christmas deadline was coming and they thought we'll just put what we can and go from there. But the problem is, like I said, it was what's the best way to put this? You know how some people make cakes and they're not all the way cooked in?
Yeah.
That. Because
like how a restaurant will try to make a meal, but you have to make it quick so the customer can actually get it.
Exactly.
So it's not cooked all the way through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's about right.
People want things fast sometimes, but in order to do it fast, sometimes you have to sacrifice something. And unfortunately, there was a lot of sacrifices. At least that's what I want to think. There's probably documented stuff talking about it as well too, but I don't have the time or the patience to do a deep dive into that.
Yeah. Maybe one day, but not now.
One day.
One day.
Plus, there's probably other people that have talked about it too. But I have to admit though, have you played Project 06, the remake that one person was doing?
No.
It's actually not that bad. It's
playable.
It really is, and it's on PC. And the thing about it, from what they're saying, oh crap, forgot the boss fight. Boss chase. They remade everything from scratch, including adding stuff that was originally deleted.
Jeez. You're making everything from scratch. God bless you.
Right. Because if I remember correctly, they took all the assets that they saw from screenshots and tried to go from there, and then found what they could find on the internet, asset-wise. And then even, like I said, they did a lot of stuff, because, case in point, Shadow was supposed to be the hard mode for Sonic, from what I remember, to the point where they had a lot of similarities in their fighting style, including a homing attack and speed stuff like that. Shadow originally had a spin dash. It wasn't implemented in the game. It's in on Project 06, and he shreds through levels. It's awesome.
Man, you know what sucks about Sonic 06 too? That was meant to be a celebration of the 10th anniversary of the franchise.
And it went down in infamy as
the fumble.
Right!
You really wanted those holiday sales bad.
I just
feel bad for them though.
I really do.
10th anniversary of the Sonic games.
It's wait, how old is Sonic 06 now? I just thought about that.
I have no clue. I'm guessing 14 years, right?
Okay, Google. When did Sonic 06 first come out? Well, how long has it been?
Sonic the Hedgehog's initial release date is June 23rd, 1991.
Not that one.
Wrong one.
Yeah, I'll look for it later. I know it was I know it came out in 2006, but compared to now...
21, 22, 24... Yeah, so it'll be 14 years old.
Ha! Hey, I'm doing pretty well. I'm actually... Humility kicks in quick. I don't know.
I've never been that huge fan of Sonic, right?
Yeah.
But I just knew the games. But I talked about this with Vin. I really just want the Sonic games moving forward to be a Sonic Adventure type deal, with just an entire ensemble and maybe some human characters.
Mm-hmm.
It probably won't, but a guy can dream.
Yeah.
They're literally introducing Amy and Shadow and Metal Sonic, so
I've heard rumors that people are talking about Rouge is going to pop up in there too. If that happens, that's
Rouge.
a lot.
We need Rouge and Cream, please.
If they bring like I said, it's bad enough that they're already talking about bringing my daughter in here already, but the idea that they're also going to add Metal Sonic and Shadow in here. A lot of people talk about, yay, we're going to see a 12-year-old get shot. I'm like, I mean, it's part of the history, but anyway, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. Forgive me. After I did all the editing, I thought I'd just come and relax. Didn't realize I kind of drifted. But if you're new here, why don't you subscribe? I have a lot of new content coming down the road. But if you've been here before, here's a random playlist of something I've done and the most recent thing I've done here too. Take care.